Hey guys, it's Dustin, the Pro Picker here, and I'm here with another thrift store video for you guys. Make sure you stay until the end to see what everything's going to be worth and an estimation of what I'm going to make. So initially at the Goodwill here, they had a bunch of new stock carts out today, more than usual. So I go digging, and the first thing I find is this Disney inflatable, and we're estimating it's worth about $80. That's what we have it listed for right now, shipped. They had $12.99 on it, so there's definitely some room there. It is 5% off right now, so I might make a little bit less as I am running a sale for Black Friday. And here we have, this is really cool. It is from Telco. It's a Mrs. Claus. They also make a Santa one, and you'll see what it does in a moment. It had $9.99 on it. I couldn't pass it up. It was that kind of weird old Christmas merchandise that I like to purchase. So definitely threw that in the cart. And we have it listed for $59.99 right now, free ship, so not a ton of money to be made on this, but there's room for a little bit of profit for sure. And any of my listings that I put up, some are going to be sold comps, some are going to be my listings. My listings are always based on sold comps, and you should always take everything with a grain of salt anyways. You see, prices do vary and fluctuate, and sometimes comps can be a little bit all over the place on some items. I do end up digging through all these different carts here one by one. I noticed that there's some media, and it seems to be kind of buried. I only saw the surface there, and I continue to go down to some other carts, but I end up doubling back and making some pretty decent finds. I do check the little video game section to make sure no new games have been dropped in there. Nothing new since the last time I had been in. And I saw these were like sake sets, and the price on them really wasn't that bad. There just wasn't really any profit to be made. These weren't something you were going to ship and make some money on, it didn't look like, so I did pass on them. One of them's already sold, I know that, in the store, so somebody probably picked up a sake set for themselves. But I found this, and this was really cool to see, a DS game. We've got Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, and that's actually a pretty decent title. Usually you do not see good DS games at thrift shops, at least I don't. Kiki's delivery service is out of print and kind of uncommon, at least a 2-disc is. And Morrowind on the Xbox is actually a pretty good one. Even if it doesn't have the map, it would have been better had it had the map and instruction manual. I'm always checking these here for Jurassic World or Jurassic Park, the JW or JP stamped on the side there. Unfortunately, neither of them had that. And trying to see if I can strike on any more media scores here. I figured the Shadowlands might have been worth something, but I did end up putting it back. I believe this Morrowind disc, yeah, it was perfectly fine. And so were the discs for Kiki's delivery service. It can be important to check out discs, make sure that they're good to go and everything. And for anybody curious, the Final Fantasy there was complete. Okay. So yeah, thankfully it was good to go and pretty interesting. Actually, if you follow me on TikTok, I've already shared this there when we were listing it. I decided to plug it in and throw it up on TikTok, and a lot of people seem to enjoy it over there. Pretty cool item. I know there is a Santa that can pair with it, but I believe they were sold individually originally. They have so much media at this Goodwill now because of this library donation that they've actually split it into 2 sections now. And recently and sadly, they quit carrying VHS here, which is a shame. Right when VHS has started to spike a little bit, there is no longer any VHS at this thrift shop. Right here, I actually sold a set of Winnie the Pooh cookie jars. So if you've been with the channel for a little bit, you'll remember when I had picked those up. And I think we sold them for about $150 shipped, which was pretty decent. Honestly, with the shipping and the hassle of getting them all packed and stuff. Was it really worth it? Yeah, it was. It just wasn't anything too crazy. And then I found these Sauconys here, and they're not anything insane, but for like $5, they should go for $38.99 free shipping. Should be $8 to $10, maybe $8 to $12 in a priority shoebox. And while I'm standing in line here, it's crazy just sitting here. And you'll see it in just a minute what I'm talking about. It takes me a minute to actually notice it. So let's see if you can notice it in the comments before I do. Because right now I'm just looking through my victories, I guess. Some pretty decent finds overall, but will I see it? I do. So this is Infamous First Light, but it's weird. It's actually the English-Canadian version. And for $3.99, not a bad pickup at all. I've already sold this for $31.99 shipped. So, you know, I did have to throw in $4 or $5 of shipping and a bubble mailer. But I go ahead and toss everything in this. This was actually where I went after Valley in my last video. So we're going to go ahead, head on over to some footage from the American thrift. And starting off right off the rip, I saw these Air Maxes, and I threw those comps up on the screen for you guys. It's crazy. Some are going, like, there's only two. One was going under 30 and one in really good condition, like at 100, but way better condition than these. So I ended up passing on them. The other shoes that you're seeing there are actually, I think they're Kyrie fly traps. I'm not the biggest sneakerhead. I'm learning and making myself learn so I can make that money. But these shoes go for roughly $40 to $45. Should be about $8 to $10 to ship in a shoebox. I'm always showing this little switch thing here. I didn't end up picking it up, obviously not for $8, but I got a few of those in my video game score recently. If you haven't seen that video yet, it is pretty awesome. It's a private video game buy that I set up through Facebook Marketplace. And this is the Good and Plenty Bear here. Brand new with tag. We listed it for $19.99 shipped. Probably shipped that in just a poly bag and picked it up for $1.50. This is one of those for real friends. It works and everything. So for $3, I go ahead and grab it. We listed it for $21.99. So looking through here, I found a Velociraptor. I thought that was just dirt. I wasn't even thinking when I picked this up. I'm not going to make a lot of money on it, unfortunately. We put it up for $12.99. It doesn't work, and that was actually the battery compartment. It is a Jurassic World figure. It's just, there's no way I'm trying to clean up all the corrosion and that. It's just going to take up more time than I'm actually going to make the money on. It won't be worth it. So I just listed it as is and put that in the description. So not the best pickup, but not the worst. I think it was like $1 or something, maybe $2, I don't know. It was cheap if I picked it up here. The prices here are typically pretty low. I grabbed the Echo shoes here for $4. The comp I threw up on the screen, way out of touch, unfortunately. We'll probably get 50 shipped for these in this condition. They're in pretty good shape. I'm going to have to clean them, which means it's going to be a little while till I list them because cleaning's not something I've had a lot of time to do shoe-wise lately. But yeah, Echoes are definitely worth picking up for $4. The Biomes, that's the style of shoe that I picked up there. They're the Gore-Tex. So pretty cool. Flipping through the clothing rack real quick. I wasn't at 10 on the Lakers hoodie. Maybe if it's still around at half off, I don't know. And here's a Lakeshire jacket. So this was pretty cool and vintage. And I really get into the vintage clothing buys. I enjoy them. So I like to buy what's fun sometimes. And this was made in the USA. Really excellent condition for $5. And yeah, go ahead and settle up there. Can't complain. All right, guys, I think that was 2 pretty good trips to the thrift stores there. That, as I mentioned, the Goodwill was actually where I went after Valley in the last video, and then that American thrift footage was from a few days before. We are going to combine both of these thrift stores, the Goodwill and the American thrift, into one to see how much I made in this video. However, they weren't on the same day, but just letting you know, I didn't think the American thrift footage was enough to just like make a video on. I typically don't make 4-minute videos or anything. I did find good stuff there. Actually, anytime you go to a thrift store and find a few items to make a profit on, it's pretty good, honestly. And definitely one of my favorite places to frequent, both of those stores, actually. So, I've got the numbers and everything right here. And yeah, let's go ahead and hop into it. So, we have and everything here, before, let me just disclaimer, everything's an estimate. There are some other expenses. Of course, I spent a few bucks on gas to get to these thrift stores, but I keep my route pretty close to myself for the most part, just because at the end of the day, I have as much odds finding stuff at these as I do at other thrifts I know are good that are further. It's just, more time efficient and economical to stay close to home. With that, the total list price on everything, and I'm not reading this off a notebook, it's all memory, is $493.64. My cost of goods sold between what I spent at both stores, $71.41. My shipping estimate is $94. And fees, I estimate, will be $64.17. Making a total net return pre-tax of $264.06, which is pretty awesome. I'm happy with that. Yeah, definitely happy with that. And this is kind of more typical runs. Like, you've seen some other ones where I'm like, I've made $500-600 in one store, and that does happen sometimes. These would be more on the normal good end of runs to thrift shops. I mean, there are times where I just run into a store, don't see anything pop out. There's a lot of times where I buy like just one thing that I'm gonna make, $10-15 net on. So obviously between 2 stores to get this amount and not spend a ton of time at either store is pretty good, honestly. So yeah, with that, guys, I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. So what happened was, if you're not familiar with what's going on, I had like a single day where I had like iffy internet stuff, and Spectrum fessed up and said it was their fault. So that's good. Good to hear that. And we'll probably get a $3 credit or something if we asked. I don't know. However, I was unable to upload my video on time on Tuesday. So the Tuesday video just became Thursday's video. So I didn't say happy Thanksgiving to you guys. I did in the live stream, of course, which was a ton of fun. Jessica and I really enjoyed that and spent way more time on it than I had expected to spend. So that was really cool. It was fun. I didn't think so many people would come out on Thanksgiving Eve to spend some time with us and ask questions. And I think we had some really good questions, and they were all great. So it was awesome. And we chatted eBay, YouTube, a little bit of our lives and whatnot. So yeah, that was definitely fun, and we should do that again sometime soon. I don't know when. It is the holiday season now, which means sales are starting to pick up, and they're going to get crazy for a couple weeks. We have 3,100, almost 3,200 listings right now. So that's a lot of active listings to have a lot of eyeballs on. And hopefully, oh dear Lord, hopefully, people come through and buy all their holiday stuff from us. But yeah, with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. Hopefully next time I'm doing one of these recaps, I finally have a haircut. So I went in, and I was about to sign in, and then they were like, yeah, it's a 62-minute wait. And I was like, I'll come back, because an hour is a long time to wait at the barber shop or, Great Clips. So yeah, with that, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate the support. Please make sure you're subscribed, turn on the bell notifications, like the video. That helps me out a ton. Give me a comment down below. Comment anything you want. It's your life. And I don't censor much. And follow me on TikTok and Instagram at ProPicker Ohio. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.